welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I am doing a review of our PreK4 curriculum that we use. We didn't use too much curriculum, we did a lot of reading, we used a lot of Usborne books, White Clean books, you know, they have tons and tons of Usborne books. They're absolutely amazing for pre-K. So we did a lot of those, but we did do three specific curriculums for pre-K, which I am going to just talk about briefly today. Now the first one is Hooked on Phonics. We purchased the pre-K version and also the kindergarten version because I was paying postage from the US, so it just made sense to buy both at the same time. So we actually whizzed through the pre-K version very quickly. A lot of it was review. My daughter already knew her letters, she also already knew her letter sounds, but what they did have in their additional things were flashcard games. They also had, in the first book, writing, where you wrote the letter of each of the alphabet. So that was helpful to her, and you could also do different activities. So they suggest, you know, putting Cheerios on C, and, you know, things like that. They also had a DVD which came with it, which my daughter absolutely loved, with all the letter sounds on, and she used to love dancing around the living room to the DVD. So I highly recommend that. So this was the pre-K levels 1 and 2, and we, as I said, we went through that very quickly. They also have the star system in there, so you put a star on each page after you finish. My daughter just loved that. Now, I did purchase the kindergarten version, as I said, and we did start that, but my daughter wasn't enjoying it as much as the pre-K version. It was much more intensive. The level, I thought, jumped quite dramatically from the pre-K to the kindergarten level, and obviously she's 4, so I just decided to cool off on that. So we have put it on the side, and I will look to perhaps using it again. We do have a different curriculum for reading for our 2017 to 18 year, but I can just perhaps use elements of that, like the DVD and various different things, to supplement, so it's not going to waste. But this I highly recommend if your child doesn't know the letters or is needing help learning the letter sounds. This will definitely help you. But even if they do know those things, there's no harm in review. And as I said, my daughter still did get quite a lot out of it, watching the DVD, playing the games, and there was a lot of phonics in there as well, so matching up beginning sounds to pictures and things like that. So definitely highly recommend that. I did do a bit more in-depth review of this last year, and I will link that video below if you'd like to check that out. The next thing that I purchased curriculum wise was Handwriting Without Tears, and this is my first school book. We started this back in September. We haven't quite finished it. We are up to, they don't do the letters in order, which is fine because my daughter already knew a letter order, so it didn't confuse her. But we're up to Y, so we've got Y and Z, and then we've got the numbers to do. But we are still homeschooling right now, so that's fine. I just did a page a day, or a page when she felt like doing it, so not every single day. Just depended on her mood, what she was, you know, how she was feeling about it. I didn't want to push it. It's pre-K4, you know, you don't need to push it. So we just did this when she was feeling like it. And initially it's colouring pages, so an example, they colour the pages in a specific colour, and then here is an example of a letter page. So this is the letter K. So what we did initially is we used pencil, but then it was kind of getting a bit monotonous for her, so I changed it. So we'd use markers, we'd use do-a-dots, you know, bingo dabbers. We also actually used nail varnish at one point. There's a page in here when we used nail varnish, and she absolutely loved that. That was a highlight of using the book. We have really enjoyed it on the whole. As I said, she was pre-K4, so I wasn't expecting too much from her, so we did do it very gently. The only thing I will say is it's all uppercase letters, which is fine. I understand why they do that, because it helps them obviously to form, it's easier for them to form the lines of uppercase letters than it is the curves of lowercase at this stage, so I understand why they do that. But the only thing I've noticed is my daughter prefers to do uppercase, but I think that is just an age thing, a development thing. I'm not concerned at all. In the kindergarten book of this one, they do lowercase, and we have been doing lowercase with the White Clean books and things like that, so I'm not overly concerned. But I did note that she has wanted to prefer to write in uppercase letters, so that's the only thing. But we have really enjoyed it, as I said. We just done it very gently, so I would recommend this. We did purchase the chalkboard, and we also purchased the wooden letters that went with it. I would say they were definitely not essential, but we did enjoy them, and it was a nice complement to the curriculum. The final curriculum that I purchased was Singapore Maths. We got the Early Bird Kindergarten Mathematics book. We have almost finished book A. It will be finished before the end of the year. We won't be doing book B, but it's kindergarten. I wasn't expecting us to complete both of the books. We have actually decided to switch our maths curriculum for our official year of school, which is in 2017 to 18. We are doing Saxon Maths, and I did do an unboxing video of our Saxon Maths curriculum months back. I'll link that below as well if you want to check that out. So in terms of Singapore Maths, it's very bright and colourful. It's very interactive, so they encourage you to use, well, it's essential really to use manipulatives outside of what's in the book to complement it. Would definitely highly recommend doing that. The drawback for me is for this curriculum is because I'm UK based, it's very hard to get hold of Singapore Maths, and there are components of it that I just cannot get. So there are readers that go with this that they recommend in certain pages. I don't think they're essential, but they recommend. I can't get the teacher's guide or anything like that, and I know it's kindergarten maths, you don't really need it necessarily, but I would like to have it. I can't get that. And then moving up the grades with Singapore Maths, as I said, it's very hard a curriculum for me to get hold of, so it's not really feasible for me to continue with Singapore Maths at this stage. What I have switched to is Saxon Maths, and now that's perfect because it's readily available for me. I don't have to pay huge postage from the US, and I feel comfortable knowing that we can have some continuity with our maths because we'll be able to stick with the same curriculum every year, not wondering whether I'm going to be able to get all the components of it or whether it's going to be huge postage. It's fine. Singapore Maths is ready. Saxon Maths is readily available to me. I love the teacher's guide that helps support you along with it. I love the fact that it's manipulative based. So yes, I'm really looking forward to doing Saxon Maths this year, and obviously I will do a review of how my daughter enjoyed it next year. So that's everything in terms of what we did curriculum wise. As I said, we used tons of Osborne books. We did science activities, and we've just really enjoyed our pre-K year. Lots of play, lots of art, because it's pre-K. You don't need to focus too much on the academics at this stage. It's all about play and learning through play. So that's what we focused on this year. But we are officially, as I said, starting our kindergarten year in September. It is her first official year of school. She is legally to attend school now, so we have upped what we're going to be doing, and I'll be posting my curriculum haul soon for kindergarten. So take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.